all time, and he is doing battle tonight with somebody who has idolised him and looked up to him for the duration of his young career. This is going to be such an interesting match.
Such an interesting match, mainly because I think it's safe to say Will Ospreay is the second coming of Jushin Liger.
I think that's a fascinating point there. So let's see here how this one pans out. Hang on a second. What's going on here? Hang on a moment, that's Jushin Thunder Liger's music again. Oh my goodness me! What? That is, if I'm not very much mistaken.
Well, maybe I just predicted that. I had no idea that was happening on it. Who is that man?
That is Jushin Thunder Liger, as he appeared during his days in the Controlled Terrorism unit in New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is an alter ego, as it were, of we've got two Ligers. We've got ourselves two Ligers. It's Liger versus Liger here at Global Wars UK in the Walthamstow Assembly Hall. I'm just saying, Andy Quillen, this, if I'm not much mistaken, this is the Controlled Terrorism unit incarnation of Jushin Thunder Liger in front of us. What's going on here?
Well, what I can say is that this is not a sign of disrespect from Will Ospreay. I think this is very much a sign of respect and admiration for Jushin Thunder Liger and what he's done for not just Will Ospreay's career, but the careers of so many young wrestlers. The most popular and innovative style of wrestling, that junior heavyweight style of wrestling, is one which Jushin Liger was a pioneer of.
Well, we have known for so long that Will Ospreay has absolutely idolised Jushin Thunder Liger. They have met once before in singles action, Best of the Super Juniors Block B. Ospreay did defeat Liger just under 8 minutes of action. A little unexpected, perhaps, as Liger has Ospreay well compromised here. But it was, and this is what he's really got to watch out here. That's where you don't want to end up with Liger, because this is one of his most well-versed attacks.
Jushin Liger, you know, he's developed his game over time, hasn't he, Andy? He's developed himself from one of the world's greatest high flyers to one of the world's greatest mat men. And we were just making the point, actually, Ollie, before. What should we call? Do we call him Will Ospreay?
I'm confused.
Well, I was making the point that Will Ospreay is the second coming of Jushin Thunder Liger, and out he comes.
And Liger, you made that. That's a great point. That Liger has evolved his style. This is a man who's 51 years of age. He goes for the drop toe hold there. Who's changed his style over the years to ensure his longevity as a wrestler. And here he is, up against the reigning cruiserweight champion here in British wrestling, and he's got him now beautifully positioned. And see how Liger is so astute as to keep his own shoulders up when he does that.
Yeah, that's a sign of a veteran, Ollie.
And he's got to watch out, because there's no place is safe when you're working Jushin Thunder Liger. And Will Ospreay should know that himself. But Liger is smart enough. He's not going to put his body in a harm's way unless he knows Will Ospreay is in a prone position.
And your point was well timed there, because Ospreay just moved out of the way, didn't he? As soon as he saw that as a potential. A little bit of a stalemate here between the one Liger and another, really. Lock up. It's the senior Liger that has the side headlock here, as Ospreay is shoulder blocked down to the mat. Not that time. Nor that. Quick evasion there from Ospreay. Goes springboarding off. No, no. Lovely from Ospreay, and well, It's a mirror image. And the fans here in the Assembly Hall in Walthamstow loving every moment of this action.
Well, it's moments like this that you'll remember for the rest of your wrestling lives.
It's just a joy, and thank you for watching us here on RPW.
Will Ospreay, he lulled Jushin Liger into a full sense of security, and now he's the aggressor. And let's not forget that Ospreay is the undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. And Ospreay is a man who's on a mission to also become the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. He picked up a huge victory last night over the former champion Bushi, and he's looking to continue that.
That's got to put him way high up in the rankings now, Andy, surely. A big victory like that, and if he picks up a victory over a legend like Jushin Liger, surely that's got to make him a #1 contender.
Absolutely, and specifically because Bushi is a man who defeated perhaps the only man that Will Ospreay has been unable to defeat so far on 2 times of asking. I'm talking about Kushida.
So as you said at the start of things, just got to watch out here as the count gets halfway through. As you said at the start of tonight's action, every match here, massive repercussions in RevPro, but also in New Japan. Now this count is really working up here, just 2 to go, but back into the ring comes Jushin Thunder Liger, man from Hiroshima.
Things are working out a little bit different with Will Ospreay wearing that outfit tonight, is it not, Ollie? Normally we don't normally see Will Ospreay ushering on a count-out victory.
Well, look at this, Ospreay now looking to use Liger's own surfboard move against Liger, but instead he decides to knot up the hamstrings. He stomps down on those hamstrings of Liger.
It's the power of that dark suit. It's changed him.
Absolutely, it is. Well, this is the dark attire that Liger wore for some 6 years in the Controlled Terrorism Unit, so you know it does just make you think, is it going to affect the way Ospreay behaves? Has he got an indication of his intent as he comes out here?
We know that Controlled Terrorism Unit ran riot over New Japan Pro Wrestling for nearly 6 years, you say?
Absolutely.
Is Will Ospreay intending on starting his own Controlled Terrorism?
Oh, tilt-a-wall backbreaker!
Whoa, nicely done from Jushin Liger.
And that's really troubled Ospreay.
It might be time for Will Ospreay to stop playing games. We've all enjoyed
palm strike.
We've all enjoyed his new outfit.
Connection there with the short of Jushin Thunder Liger as he goes up. Might be about to connect here with a Hurricane Rana from the top off. He goes there it is!
What serious hang time!
Travelled so far across the ring. There's the cover. Just the 2 count, but that one wasn't far away. At this point in the proceedings, we say a huge welcome, yoroshiku onegaishimasu, to all of our friends and fans watching in New Japan World and all across the globe joining us as Will Ospreay connects with the Abisagiri of Jushin Thunder Liger. That's another move from his playbook. Goes for the shorte again, taking things from Jushin Thunder Liger. Gets the small package. Has he got him here? What does this do, Andy, when you know that your opponent's using your own moves against you?
It can completely throw you off. You come in with a game plan, and before you know, your opponent's essentially come in with the same game plan you have.
And now is a perfect example of that, as both men had the same idea at the same time, and now both men are down.
They're not just superficial, are they, these similarities? It's not just the way they've chosen to attire tonight. They're really wrestling a mirror image contest at the moment.
But I think with Will Ospreay, with his youth on his side, I think it won't be long before Will Ospreay starts using some of that arsenal. We know he has tucked away.
Ospreay, here we go, springboarding back off. You read that absolutely right there, Andy.
And now is Will Ospreay going to look for the Oz cutter perhaps? Oh no, he still wants to use that palm strike of Liger's.
Yes, he's really... Oh! There was the danger. He was so consumed with using the shorte of Jushin Thunder Liger that he got caught with one himself.
He should have gone for that Oz cutter. He should have gone for that. Now Liger was looking for that Hurricane Rana. Ospreay slips out. going to hit a cheeky Nando's kick.
He's thinking about a cheeky Nando's kick. Why is he hesitating here?
Oh, I've got a horrible feeling I know why. Marty Jones is fuming right now.
And so he should be. I just think Will Ospreay should be concentrating on winning this match. A kick to the face of a 51-year-old man will be enough to take him down.
But so might a thumb to the... yeah, there it was.
Goodness me!
The point you want to make it,
Oh my God!
that man has spent plenty of time in British rings. He's had this before.
Well, he's not had the iron cheeks of Jushin Liger.
That, my friends, is conditioning. That is resilience.
That is something else. That is one of those moments Andy made a point of bringing up earlier. One of the moments you will remember for a very...
Chris Roberts!
I stand corrected. That is the moment you will remember for a very long time.
And there it was. He's on the phone to Klondike Kate right now.
I think I'll call her and I'll tell her what.
And down they all go. What next here at Global Wars UK? And there is the palm strike. And it's now positioning time for the Liger Bomb! In for the cover. It's got to be the end of the bout, but Will Ospreay kicks out. And now we're back to the high impact moves.
That Liger Bomb is normally very reggy, a nice tight cover.
Looking for the brainbuster. Ospreay fights out.
And he gets it. Massive. Had a huge slap there as Will Ospreay perhaps sees an opportunity as he goes off the second.
Springboard Oz cutter.
Ospreay's now with some style perhaps to go right up to the top and
Perhaps
get the
he's
victory.
going to look for the shooting star press. The
move. Innovation!
Oh,
Jushin Thunder Liger! What a way to get the victory! Of all the moves you can use to beat Jushin Thunder Liger, you do it with the move that's his very own.
And how fitting was that? Here is your winner, Will
Well, you don't get many opportunities to be your hero. You don't get many opportunities to do it twice. You don't get many opportunities to do it on home soil. You don't get many opportunities to do it as an incarnation of him. And furthermore, to really put the icing on the cake with the move that he created. What more is there to be said? Time for the unmasking here.
Well, we didn't once debate there might not be Will Ospreay. Who knows? That could be Curtis Chapman. That's
No, I can see Curtis Chapman.
That could be Matt Brewer. That could be Psycho Phil. You can name them all if we've got time.
Just in case confirmation was needed, clarification, it is the aerial assassin. It is our very own Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay holding that mask up in the air.
Thank you very much for investing in this ring tonight.
Oh, what a wonderful conclusion.